car was just delivered. I was actually on a Zoom call. Canceled my call to get to this car. And this is it. I'm gonna do a walk around, take a look at it. Wow.
Hey Project Fam, you've been waiting a long time for this video. A long time, so please be patient. Let me set this story up because at the end of the day, it's all about the story. So I'm gonna show you how I went from ashy to classy. And you know what? When I make videos, some of these videos don't get a lot of views. And I know it's not going to be popular, but this is my story. This project is one of the reasons why I started this channel. For those of you who've heard about me talking about a car project, here it is. So on this channel, I do a lot of indoor gardening. I do a lot of outdoor gardening projects. I do a lot of house DIY projects. And I do a lot of automotive stuff. So here's my automotive content, and I kid you not, I've been building up content, and it's time to erupt. So here we go. I'd like to introduce everyone to the Beast. This is a 2012 BMW 750 all-wheel drive, 402 horsepower, twin turbo, 8-cylinder beast. I nicknamed it the Beast because everything on this car is heavy. I was picking up the tire just to put the tire on the car, and even the tire was heavy. Truth is, the Beast is one of many nicknames for this car. I've called this car the Beast, the Dark Knight. I've called it heavy. I've called this car so many different things, but the Beast seems to stick. So this is going to be a two-part video. This is the beginning. And in this part, what I'm going to show you is what inspired me to rebuild a car, my criteria for this COVID project. Yes, I did it during COVID. Why I chose a BMW and my purchasing criteria. And then I'm going to throw some gems as the websites I used to purchase the car. And finally, I'm going to wrap it up with this video talking about a pre-purchase inspection recommendation. So what's up, Project Fam? This is where it started. So one of the challenges with telling this story is I never thought that I would actually be recording my journey with Heavy on YouTube. This was just something that I wanted to do during COVID. I was looking for a project, and it was probably winter, and I was looking for a project that I can do without leaving the house and getting everything delivered to me, like USPS, FedEx, Amazon drivers. So that was my plan. But buying a car and replacing all the parts, like I never thought that was an option. So I'm gonna take my hat off. I will take my hat off to my oldest son for getting into an accident in our elderly minivan. So he had a minivan he was driving around. It was a 2003 Honda Odyssey with over 185,000 miles on, and he ran into someone, damaged their car, but when it came to the minivan, it was just a little damage on the front. I'll pay for the damages. I will replace the bumper on this minivan. I bought a bumper, and I bought some rattle cans off the internet. Hold on, we gotta do it right. You wanna have a prop. You gotta have a prop. And I bought some rattle cans. Where's my rattle? My rattle. And I bought some rattle cans off the internet with the right color, and I spray painted the bumper. I put primer coat on. I put a base coat, and I put a top coat, a base coat, top coat, and then I put the bumper on the minivan. And I was like, whoa, for someone with no skills who basically did the work inside his garage, that wasn't too bad. That's where the juices started flowing. So then I thought, well, that can't be too difficult, so let me buy a salvage car and replace the bumper on a salvage car. So I started watching videos and realized that you're just changing parts. For those who are faithful projects and problems, you know how I feel about part changes, right? Well, in essence, that's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a part changer. I'm gonna find a part that's defective. I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna put the new part on and call it a day. So that was my plan. I've had so much success with 5 Series BMWs, with the size of the car, the balance of the car, the engines, the machine, the white BMW that I have. I call it the machine because it's a little sewing machine. Man, that thing has a turbo 4-cylinder. I get 30 miles to the gallon if I was driving above 75 miles an hour. I wouldn't do that because there's not many places where the speed limit is above 75. But if I were to do that, I would get that awesome gas mileage. So I nicknamed that car the Machine. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for
another machine that I can build that I don't have to spend a ton of money for or take out a loan for, right? And that's when I found this car. Now, so what I've been doing, let me take a step back. What I've been doing is I've been going on these websites. Copart, C-O-P-A-R-T, is the #1 website that I was frequenting. And you have another website, IAAI. What is this? Insurance, automotive. I'll put it up here. You'll figure it out. But primarily Copart. And I've been going on and I'm looking at the prices of these cars. And then I'm doing some research as to how much would body panels cost, right? So if I had to do some real work on a car, how much would that cost? And it wasn't a lot of money, which I suspected, you know. Auto body garages have to make some money. There has to be some profit there somewhere. So that's what I did. I went and I got registered with Copart and I started watching cars. I would see a car that I liked. So my criteria was, I like BMWs. They're very easy to work on, believe it or not. I was looking for a 5 Series. I was looking for something with less than 100,000 miles. You know, something I can keep for a few years. And as far as location, I really didn't care about location too much because my broker, right? I have a Copart broker, was registered to do business in certain states. So I think California, for example, there are a lot of cars in California and I cannot do business in California because my broker doesn't have a license to do business there, which I'm okay with. There were plenty other cars at other locations for me to choose from. That was my criteria for picking out a car. And I found a lot. I mean, I was looking at 5 Series. I was looking at 3 Series. There's not a lot of sticks, you know, save the manual. Look at my videos, I love my manual. I was saving everything to my watch list. And then on the day of the auction, I would go to Copart and watch these auctions to figure out how much these cars cost, right? At auction. And then I realized that, hey, depending on the right car, this might be a good deal. Safeguard. There are some things that I would recommend you do is if you like a car and you have the money, you're ready to buy it, and you have enough time between the time you're looking at the car and the time that the car is going to run through the auction, spend $100 and change, let a mechanic check it out, send you the report. Now, mind you, if you like 10 cars and this report is $100 each, that's $1,000 you're going to spend on just reports. But I do think that's the way to go.
Hey, Project Fam, and this is a perfect time to wrap this session up. A lot of great information was shared here, and I've got a lot more to come. In the next video, I plan to cover pre-purchase car inspection, basically how to keep from being scammed. I'll give you some tips on the overall auction process. Who do you want to buy a car from? What I did after winning the auction, and lastly, how to arrange for shipping. So all those things will be covered in part 2. If you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel and tell a friend. It's free to do that much, and I would appreciate it. Until next time.